Hey everybody, and welcome to the stream. We are playing Renowned Explorers, and I'm pretty excited to try this out because I haven't actually played it yet. I want to see what it was like, so I figured we explore it together and check it out, which is actually a pretty good way to call that, explore together, because that's what it really is. It's an exploration game. Hey X-Ray, how are you doing? I want to apologize for not having a green screen behind me. We were having some issues with setting up the green screen, and it wasn't working, and I really didn't want to delay the stream. So we're just going to get right into it and try it out. So we're just going to see our settings. Every PC game I always play, I always go up for settings first just to make sure everything is to the way I want it to be. There is a terrain texture resolution. I've set it to high just because I thought it would look better that way. Screen resolution is at 720 just because we're playing on a window mode, so I can see everybody in the chat. And yeah, everything looks pretty good. So let us get into it. So let's try out Renowned Explorers. Wow. All right, so we've got two different game modes: Discovery mode and Adventure mode. So let's just try Discovery mode first. We've got easy, normal, classic, and impossible. I'm going to keep it on classic. And now we're going to select our crew. On this screen, you can pick your crew. First, select a captain, which will give you a unique ability. You can unlock more captains by playing the game, and select the other slots and pick other crew members. Different crew members have different strengths, so choose wisely. All right. So I'm going to select my captain. Anna is a bright young scientist who loves the scary power of electricity more than anything. She wants to uncover the secrets of the world. Let's see. Decorated military captain. His words and skill motivate friends. Yeah, let's try him. Crew member. I'm gonna go with Anna because I like the idea of electricity. And a speaker. Montreal's cruel mistress, assertive, intelligent, and the center of attention, wants to see if she can trample the world under her boots. Alright, let's try that. You can also randomize current crew member, or pick a random crew. I'm going to stick with this, and let's do this. Yep, it's been 3 streams in a row, X-Ray. And don't worry, guys, we're going to be ending the stream just before Nintendo has their whole thing, so that we don't crush anybody's hopes of being able to miss all the E3 fun. Alright, so here's the tutorial. Welcome to Renowned Explorers. Your goal is to achieve the most renown possible and beat your rivals in the race for the title of the most renowned explorer. Renowned Explorers uses unique concepts. To succeed in your goal, there are a lot of strategies and systems you have to discover and master. While playing, remember one thing. Renowned Explorers is all about discovering treasures and stories, but also strategies and systems. The game has many new concepts and is quite challenging. Learn about the concepts here, or learn them the hard way as you play. Okay, so let's do expedition goals. Your goal is to gather as much renown as possible to become this year's most renowned explorer. I'm going to keep screwing that word up a million times. You especially want to beat the current number 1, Matthew Riveau. You gain renown by finding treasures and collecting gold, status, and research. Collect renown to win. During the expeditions, you can collect resources like gold, status, and research and insight. And you might not find a need for these resources immediately, but once you start preparing for following expeditions, they'll be vital. They'll also yield some renown. Okay. You won't get resources directly, though. During the expeditions, you will perform actions that give you tokens. At the end of expedition, tokens will be exchanged for the resources mentioned before. For example, a study will give you research. Later, you can upgrade your tokens for better yields. The expedition ends once you accomplish your expedition goals. You can surely find some secrets and other treasures if you try to explore as much as possible. Okay, learn about surviving expeditions. The hardest part of Renowned Explorers is surviving the perils during an expedition. You need to keep an eye on 2 particular things. Resolve. You lose the game if it ever reaches 0. And supplies, which are used to travel from node to node. Never run out of resolve. If that happens, your crew gives up on exploring and you lose the game. You'll lose resolve from failing some challenges or having a crew member fall during an encounter. You gain resolve from completing an expedition, but otherwise, it's really hard to gain resolve. You need supplies to explore. Traveling on expeditions consumes supplies. If you run out of them, your crew will weaken. Still, sometimes it might be worth the risk to go a little further without supplies. That's up to you. You'll often get the chance to regain some supplies, so keep your eyes open. A brief summary of successful expeditions. Find the treasure and complete the expedition. Get as much renown as possible. Collect gold, status, and research to spend later. And don't run out of resolve and supplies. With the knowledge, you're ready to embark on expeditions. Encounters. An encounter in Renowned Explorers is very different from what you might be used to seeing from a tactical game. You will be able to solve encounters not only through aggressive violence, but also devious bullying and friendly diplomacy. Learn all about them in these tutorial encounters. Alright, in this tutorial you'll learn about basic controls and how to win an encounter. This covers the most basic commands and does not discuss the unique systems of the game. Alright, so start the tutorial. Okay, follow the tutorial instructions. Friendly, devious, and aggressive. Start encounter. Welcome to the first encounter. Select different participants by clicking on them with the left mouse button. Alright, so let's click there. We got it. Alright. Now move a crew member towards the opponent. Right mouse button. While holding the right mouse button, choose where you move on the left mouse button to cancel the movement. Now move the rest of your crew. For now, you have exhausted all your possible moves, and your turn using the end button. For now, you've so end button. Their turn. Loving that little zoom in graphics with the depth of field. That looks really nice. Hey, Blanner, how you doing? Okay, now move your crew closer to the volunteers. Once you move crew members close enough to an opponent, you can use their abilities to defeat your opponents. Whenever you prepare to use an ability, you can preview its effects. Here's an overview of the information provided. Percentage chance the ability will hit or miss, a preview of the amount of spirit damage the ability will do, a preview of how the ability will change the target's emotion. Different emotions have different effects. A preview of how the ability will affect the target's vibe. The positivity or negativity of a target's vibe determines if he'll get positive or negative emotions. Alright, so attack. Let's do attack there. You just deal damage to opponent's spirit, though through a physical attack. But don't worry, during regular play you can also overcome unfortunate dispositions through means other than just violence. But for now, defeat these enemies by assaulting their spirit. I have not played it yet, Belana, so that's why I'm trying it out, seeing what it's like. This looks like Fire Emblem crossed with Detective Grimamore. Yeah, it does. It's kind of got those both vibes. I am liking the way that the camera kind of zooms down, and you get that really nice depth of field look. Depth of field always just works for me. I always like the way that looks in games. Makes it look more real. Alright. I feel like I should be attacking. There we go. He is now deceased. And there we go. Aggressive victory. You have dominated your opponents. An encounter in Renowned Explorers is very different from what you might be used to from a tactical game. Oh, we already read this. Okay, so attitudes. If you know how to use the encounter, the next step is to look at your attitudes. As mentioned before, there is more than just one way to win an encounter. Here you'll learn about the attitudes: friendly, devious, and aggressive. Alright, let's try this one out. I'm curious, because usually with these kind of games, it's just straightforward violence. You'll be amazing. You'll be okay. You'll be a dummy. In Renowned Explorers, you won't only enter the encounter to do battle, there's also where diplomacy and bullying take place. Your crew can resolve this encounter with 3 different attitudes. Resolving an encounter with different attitudes affects the course of the game and your rewards. The outcome UI in the top left shows what the consequences are for having a dominant attitude in an encounter. Okay, so we got friendly, devious, and aggressive to the top left there. Have you seen, or as you've seen, you want to avoid finishing the encounter with an aggressive attitude. Bad consequences are marked with a red skull, while positive consequences are marked with a green cross. You want to be either friendly or devious. Now, how do we act upon these different attitudes? To solve an encounter with a certain attitude, your crew have the different abilities. In the ability tooltip, you can see what attitude they have. You'll notice that the first ability is always aggressive, the second always devious, and the third always friendly. Take a look at the tooltip of your abilities to see their attitudes. Hover over your crew member's ability at the bottom of the screen to read its tooltip. Alright. Okay, so we can see everything that they're good at there. So I think he's pretty damn good with speech. Got 110% speech. So let's just try this out. Using an ability on an opponent influences which attitude you'll end with. Attacking makes you aggressive, terrifying will make you devious, etc. Try out an ability on an opponent and take note of how it changes the outcome UI in the top left. Alright, so I think I have to move a little bit closer. If you look in the outcome UI, you will see the bar corresponding with your attitude filled up. Every ability to do influences the outcome, for example, aggressive. Abilities count heavier than others, and defeating an opponent, an important boss with a certain attitude counts even heavier. The rest is for you to find out. Now you know how to get certain attitude. However, that's not all. There's choosing the right ability. What you can do effectively depends on your crew. Aggressive abilities get stronger with high attack. Friendly and devious abilities get stronger with high speech. Aside from your crew, your opponent also has strengths and weaknesses. For example, wolves won't really care if you're nice to them. On the other hand, some people are more easily hurt with words. Take note of the opponent's armor and speech defenses. It will reveal what their weaknesses are. You can inspect an opponent by left-clicking on that opponent. Okay, so this guy is tough and capable of taking aggressive hits. Immediately respond to your attitude. So yeah, that means that he would definitely be a stupid person to attack. Okay, so these situations can change your common. Alright, so we know that now. Alright, let's see. We gotta move in nice and close for him. Oh, not close enough. Move her. And turn. So we'll use that on him. You made Armored Volunteer confident. Cool. So there we go. We did a friendly victory. That was very different. Hey Nate, how you doing? Alright, so you were friendly, which means you were amazing. Last thing to learn about the encounter is the most intricate moods and emotions. In an encounter, you will make use of moods and emotions to achieve your goal. Randomness plays a small role in an encounter. Mastering moods and emotions is vital for beating the whole game. It's got a Fire Emblem vibe to it, but I don't think you can actually talk to people down in Fire Emblem, can you? Don't you always attack in Fire Emblem? Might be wrong on that. In the previous tutorial, you learned about the different attitudes you can have: friendly, devious, and aggressive. Your opponent also has an attitude which depends on the nature of your action. Alright. So, this is very important. If your attitude changes, the mood changes as well. The same goes for your opponent's attitude. To often start an encounter with an uncertain attitude which has no moods, let's use a devious ability to change the attitude and see how it affects the mood. Alright, so we're going to move in. And devious. Mean. You change your attitude to devious, combined with your opponent, with the opponent's devious attitude, the mood became tense. You're both hurling insults or threats at each other. With this, you learn that in changing attitudes also changes the mood, since moods are the combination of attitudes. You can inspect the current mood in the mood UI on the top of the screen. Your current attitude, yep. Alright, so the mood is very important. There are 9 different moods, and each mood has a different effect. All these effects count for all your crew members. Some are in your favor, while others are terrible. The combinations of moods and emotions combined can account for 200% increase in damage done or 100% increase in damage received. You can see the current effect in the mood UI right underneath the mood. You are now tense, and if you try to be better man and act friendly, it will have a stronger effect. Okay. So we're gonna... intern, I guess. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're gonna move them in. Oh, they're too far away there. Confidence boosted. Okay. All right. Let's get into the game. Oh. Sadden him. It's just people yelling at each other. Alright, devious victory. Okay, enough. Time for adventure. Alright, time for adventure. Now we go. Alright. So... we might find supplies if we go in this direction, so let's try this. Normally you wouldn't be so excited about this, but you found an abandoned farm. The fields are overgrown with vegetables and even some fruit trees. You take time to restock your supplies. Nice. Alright. Status to be gained. Tactician. Let's do this. I want status. Your crew stops at an open field. Delicious rare mushrooms are growing here in small troops. These delicious delicacies will go down great at parties or as a gift to other renowned explorers. Cool. Research to be found here. On your way to finding the Viking longboat, the crew comes across a runestone. It's not a particularly impressive or well-preserved one, but it's still worth studying. Neat. Well done, you found the hidden hoard of this expedition. On every expedition there's a hidden hoard to be found. On these occasions, fate smiles upon your crew. The crew finds a lot of gold, discovery, or a juicy secret. Let's do the secret. Alright, let's go over here. The crew encounters a group of locals with fake swords and helmets wearing badges saying support Viking history. They greet you. Ah, we're Vikings of the days of old. Victor compliments their campaign efforts. Thank you. We're from the Viking Committee and look to increase awareness of Viking history. Did you know the Vikings were the first Europeans to sail to the Americas? Victor tells them about your search for the longship. Wait, really? A longship of the famous Leif Erikson right here? This is amazing. We're going to send messages to the Viking headquarters in Copenhagen about you right now. Your expedition is gaining traction. The mushrooms are in whoever designed LSD Dream Emulator. Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. So there should be an encounter here. Two villagers keep following you in and annoying you with well-intentioned questions. Wow, you've come all over the world. You've been to London? Wow, you like Brussels sprouts? Wow. These friendly gentlemen need to be convinced to stop following you. All right, so let's see. All right, so they're easy to influence with speech. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's throw him there. Oh, nope, he's not close enough. I wish I was a little bit closer. Okay. Alright, so from here, I can take my... I can't because he's actually blocked. All these little stone walls here are actually blocking him from going forward. So let's impress. He's very impressed. Alright, and encourage. And let's try to excite. Okay, and turn. Alright, and this should end it up. Alright. Your friendly approach has proven its worth. So that's interesting. So the entire combat system we just went through there was done with words and encouragement and politeness rather than scaring people or attacking them with violence. So that's a very cool way to go about that. See, if this was an Explorer game where all you did was just attack people with violence, it's like that's not really how exploration would be done, because in some instances it's way more like profitable to be civil. So, yeah. I'm going to try and do a pleasant run. And the next one we'll do a kill run. You know, because why not? Okay. In a kind of firm manner, you explain to them that you have to leave now. Once again, Victor gives them some foreign candy. They thank you wholeheartedly and go away. The crew proceeds with the expedition. Ooh, alright. You find a local merchant who wants to trade indigenous trinkets with you. Making deals with influential locals can increase your status and be profitable to both. Let's see. Negotiates for the best deal. Oh no, an attempt to get a better deal. Yvonne called the merchants wears useless trinkets. Needless to say, the deal is off. Yvonne, what did you do? What did you do? You enter a shop that sells supplies for some work. Buy 4 supplies for 7 resolve. These prices are outrageous. Negotiate for better terms. Someone needs to go negotiate for better terms. This is simply unacceptable. Let's do Yvonne. The shady shopkeeper gives you diplomatic negotiations. Now you can get supplies at a normal price. Alright, leave the shop. The Viking boat must be nearby. Once you get there, this expedition will come to an end. You can come back to this place when you wish to continue later. Are you ready to go? Onwards. The crew searches the hills and dales through thoroughly until you spot in the distance an intact Viking boat. The crew rushes towards this amazing find. It will surely skyrocket your reputation at the renowned Explorer Society. The crew is stopped by a familiar face, the French explorer Revaux, #1 in the most promising explorers rankings. He laughs. Thank you, amateur. How very lucky you are to find this fine Viking boat just after me. Under Rule 24B of the Explorer Mandate, fellow explorers should help each other out, and I really need this treasure to affirm my #1 position. Your help will not be forgotten. Well, maybe. Explain that this is your treasure. Revaux continues, it seems my explanation wasn't clear enough. Maybe my strong fiend friend Tommy can explain the situation better while I take the vessel. Before Victor can stop Revaux, his crew fighter Tommy steps forward. Nuh-uh, little explorers, I need you to explain you something. He's not letting you pass. Defend yourselves. Hey, Typical, how you doing? All right. Tommy is emotionally hurt and leaves. Tommy thinks you're nice. All right, so let us get into this. Let's do that. Okay. And I think we can just do it from here as well. Yeah. Okay, so... I'm just thinking of getting rid of the people that are closest to me first, because I think they're going to be the most likely to hurt the most. Alright, their turn. Oh! He's coming in with the violence. Oh, Tommy. Tommy, Tommy, Tommy. Alright. Fumble? Oh, no. This is not good. You made Mobster confident that your cause is the best. Alright. So I have a very bad feeling that one of my people are going to drop. We'll see what happens. Yep. Expedition failed. Let's retry that encounter. Okay, let's does she need to be... I can give resolve to everybody? And resolve to him. Okay. Miss. Nice. Okay, so... Attitude uncertain. Okay, so, let's see. We're gonna wanna sweet talk him. See if we can just get everybody down as best as we can. Ugh. Uh-oh. Oh, miss. Okay, that's good. No. Okay, good. We're still good. Still doing good. Alright, so we're gonna try and resolve this. Alright. And I guess it's time for me to end my turn. Yep. Two of my guys are dead. Right, let's try that again. Alright, let's go here. Alright, and let's get her to go here. And talk to him. Boy, I'm trying to think of the best way to deal with this. Alright, let's get her to go there. Oh no, wait, I want to undo that move. Let's go to here to go there. Let's excite him so that he attacks better. Okay. Alright, so let's continue to buff his resolve. Alright. Nice, a miss. Misses are good. Alright, and... oh, can he not attack? Just gotta move a little bit in front here. It's kind of interesting how you can just talk to your teammates and, like, get them to have better attacks and stuff. Ooh, that sucked. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to make a coordinated attack on him. I think we might have gotten this. Ooh, she got her bad. Okay, nice to miss. Okay, Okay, we want him to move in. Nice. And then we want that to happen. So kind of like talking nice is kind of like getting health for your other players. Uh-oh, she failed to impress. Oh no, 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 no. Oh good. Whew. For a sec there I was really worried. Okay, so awesome. All right, and now it's just up to our last person there. And there we go. We did a perfect one without any violence. We just talked everybody down. That is really cool. Tommy thinks you're nice. All right, Tommy is pretty flattered. Thank you. Please have this treasure map for the trouble. He makes away. Blushing, but Revel is already gone with the Viking ship. You've left with a cryptic treasure map. Its meaning is pretty cryptic. The treasure map is passed around. After investigating it, the crew states their interpretations of the treasure map. It points to another Viking antiquity site nearby. A treasure is buried deep underground, far away from here. A landmark on the map that locals might recognize. Let's do a landmark on the map that locals might recognize. Yvonne thinks it's nonsense, but not to use the knowledge of the locals and go schmoozing with them. The campaign quickly yields results. Not only is your cause much supported, but by stringing the stories together, you infer the location of the hidden treasure. The Leprechaun. 5 campaign status. Let's do status. No, campaign. Campaign? Campaign. With this last find, your expedition still concludes on a high note. However, it's clear that if you want to be the most renowned explorer, you'll have to beat Reval. Now it's personal. Back to London. So that's a really... See, okay. Now, having played out a full mission here, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the way that they've treated this. It feels like a board game, but done with a far more dynamic system. I like the ability to talk to people. I like the ability to perform violent acts if you chose to do that. But what I really like is that you have your attacks can also be health, essentially, and it's a very neat concept in the way they did that. So I like being able to just talk to your fellow teammates and give them better health and have better attacks and buffs from just being able to talk to them. That's a very interesting mechanic to go around that, and probably true to form to how real explorers would feel if they were in a situation where they had to talk their way out of dire straits. Alright, so Matthew Reval has the most, but we're going to keep on going. A magnificent job. The Board of the Renowned Explorers International Society is impressed by your exploration skills in the Highlands. For this achievement, Chairman Pickerton gives you an upgrade to your airship, which will allow you to carry more supplies. Great. Tell me more. We know the drill, Pickerton. Let's hurry. Alright, so take treasure. Stockholm. London. Let's do Stockholm. Paris campaigning. Okay. So let's choose an expedition. Hungarian Fort, Icelandic Isle. So let's do Hungarian Fort, because we've already been to Icelandic Isle. Alright, here we go. The Hungarian fortress with the details provided by Lady Veduva. You must be able to find the secret fort, which used to be an alchemy laboratory. You enter the fortress. There is no time to lose. All right. Let's go this way. Ooh, is that Cthulhu? A traveling merchant passes by. A diplomatic approach might yield. Yvonne starts negotiations. Nice. The trader is happy to do business with Yvonne. I feel like this is something. Victor and crew spot a very weird gargoyle statue. Mysterious outworldly aura emits from it. Below the statue is a cryptic lock. There are 5 locks for Greek letters. Victor is curious to find out what's locked behind it. The code seems to be complex. You might need help from other explorers around the world to crack this code. Let's try the code. Victor starts turning the lock around. Now the first letter is going to have to be a A. Second letter is going to have to be a B. The third is going to have to be... Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get this. The eyes of the gargoyle briefly light up. You get the feeling that if you filled in the correct code, something should have happened in a place far away from here. That's a big if, though. The crew continues their quest, but wonders if something happened. Well, that probably didn't work out for me. Nothing special has been found here. Wolves. Your crew is being followed by wolves. Oh no. Technically fends off the wolves. Tactically fends off, I think. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, X-Ray. I'll have to take a look at that next time. If we run into one of those again, I'll tell you. Those are drawn into a bottleneck and defeated. You remain unscratched. Awesome. The area seems bountiful with wood. A scout could easily get some supplies here. Alright, Yvonne scouts the area. Oh, Yvonne. Yvonne doesn't find anything while scouting. Alright, unexplored area here. The sound of growling wolves is becoming ever more present. Yvonne averts dangerous quick thinking. I doubt it's gonna happen, but yeah. Yvonne's maneuvers fails. Yvonne gets badly bitten before he can flee. This one seems nicer. Carrying all this stuff through these deep swamps sure is a burden. Who is athletic enough to carry the last few miles to camp? Victor. Nice. Victor did it. Victor carries everything to the next camp. Let's go here. A sound of growling wolves becomes ever more present. Oh no. Oh, we did it. Oh! Ah. Okay. I thought we did it, but we didn't. Unfortunately. You had the feeling that you could find something here, but then bandits grab you. Victor is tactically prepared. Start the encounter. Okay, we're gonna move in a little bit closer. Go back here. Okay. End our turn. Oh, wow. Deep cuts. Oh, the swords hurt. All right. Ah, shoot. No, you know what? I can't undo the turn. Aw. Oh, she fumbled? Oh, no, this is not going to end well. I've already lost 2 resolve in 1 tiny, insignificant fight. Alright. Hopefully that betters us. Alright, let's see how this goes. I don't like the idea of losing so much resolve in a single fight, though. Like, that was inexcusable. Bandit's kind of like you and let you pass. You're out of supplies. You press on. The situation is having severe effects on your crew members. Yvonne starts rambling. Small town is absolutely ravaged. It seems that wolves were the culprits, but you wonder what terrifying beast would be able to do such a thing. You can still get some goods from the abandoned town. Look in the granary, look in the houses. You're about to enter the building when a wolf attacks from behind the shadows. Alright. Oh no, Anna is not fast enough. Oh no, we lost resolve. You enter the granary where you find a lot of supplies and some coin. More bandits. Boris the Claw poses. Alright. Victor faces the issue. At 92%, if I got that skull, I would have been really pissed off. Victor's tactile display and the crew's tenacity routs the bandits. Alright, let's move over here. Find some supplies in an abandoned cart. Nice. Here seems bountiful with food. A scout could easily get some supplies here. So I think Anna has the most ability here. Come on, Anna. Ah, Anna. You disappoint me, Anna. You disappoint me. Anna doesn't find anything while scouting. Victor finds some silverware. It must have dropped by a merchant or abandoned. Alright. Just want to move a little bit. Get some more things. Oh, there's a grave area there. Come across a comfortable hut. The crew could use some rest. On the porch, there's a skeptical-looking woman. I don't want to be hospitable, but there are a lot of crazy admirers of Iserbit Bathory around here, so I trust no one. You don't need to rest. Leave the hut and explore. Okay, let's do Yvonne. Yvonne at 63. Oh, Yvonne. You burn me, Yvonne, every time. You're out of resolve. Oh no, that was it? We failed the expedition. Got a booster pack. Okay. And that's it. That is a full-on gameplay of Renowned Explorers from beginning to my unfortunate end. So if you run out of resolve, it is game over and you go all the way back to the main menu. So I definitely lost too much resolve there during that battle. I can easily say that was my bad. Probably should have gone in with a little bit more tenacity. Probably should have been a little bit more careful and kept talking to my players, but you know, I'm not the best player in the world when it comes to games like this. But yeah, so this is pretty fun. I really like the combat system and the way that it switches up between different game modes, and you can keep people talking, or you can be mischievous, or you can attack them with violence, and I like that kind of difference. Those bandits, I guarantee you, if I just attacked them like normal, I probably would have killed them pretty easily, but talking with them was just a different kind of way to go. So yeah, it's a damn near interesting game. So guys, if you want to check Renowned Explorers out, please check in the comments or the description below of the video in YouTube, and you'll be able to see right there that there is a link to the Steam page. And give it a shot. It's a really fun game. I gotta say, if you're a fan of Civilization, if you're a fan of Risk, there's some elements there, and like everyone was saying earlier, it does have a little bit of a vibe of Fire Emblem in the way that it does tactical movements and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, guys, so that's Renowned Explorers. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great evening, and I hope you guys enjoy all the E3 festivities, and we'll be having more streams go on throughout the week. We're having a stream happen tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So I'll see you guys then. Have yourselves a great night. Later.